Well, thanks for having me. Good to be back with you. I mean, it is a significant day for, Russia as far as the holiday is concerned. We see a lot of times events and stuff like that have happened from terrorist organizations. They want to have a big impact. But, the only thing that I would say is, this new offensive that Russia is thinking, is that a day to kick something like that off? So that is definitely something to pay attention to.
I did want to report this. We have some breaking news regarding Russia. The Justice Department announcing new charges now against a Russian lawmaker and two staff members. They're accused of conspiring to have a U.S. citizen act as an illegal agent of the Russian government. I don't know if you have a response to that, sir.
I mean, one of the things is that Russia, if we look at the past from the Cold War, of course, it's a long time ago, people, forget. But the idea of different spies and entities that are trying to undermine the U.S. government, either finding secrets or trying to cause disruption, exists with large state actors. That does include Russia. That does include China. That has been going on since the Cold War and still exists today. So the idea of being able to identify and find those people is critical. That gets into corporate espionage. That gets into the disruption of national defense, and that also gets into the disruption of how the country works, elections, etc. So something like this is a significant find, and that's always important for any country to get to. And I'm glad we were able to.
Yeah, and not the first time we've heard about a Russian spy. What was the woman's name? Maria Butina, was that her name? The Russian spy that was here. Just yesterday, let's talk about money and talk about military aid. The Biden administration again announcing that they will send another $800 million in military aid to Ukraine, bringing the total to $2.5 billion. Now, this includes artillery systems, artillery rounds, armored personnel carriers, unmanned coastal defense boats. But how fast, my question for you is, how fast are the weapons actually getting to those who need it? And are we stopping short of giving what they really need to end it?
Yes, I mean, the idea of being able to provide this much weapons and systems throughout Europe, both from the U.S., UK, Germany, and other NATO allies, is critical for them to continue the fight. Remember, as they're continuing this fight, they are also expending, so it's constantly the replenishment that's very important. Most of the supply chain does come in from the far west, and again, the country is about 700 miles wide, so it does take a significant amount of time to get that from crossing the border from the west all the way down into the fighting areas from south of Kyiv, Mariupol, and then also trying to defend Odessa. So right now, it's really an interesting part is, are we at a point where Ukraine can kick Russia completely out? I don't think so. And Russia clearly has shown that they haven't taken all of Ukraine. So this recent buildup on the border is almost like another iron wall. And we're going to have to make sure that there's enough equipment for them to stave off this type of offensive. And I think it's a new general being smarter, organizing, and then it's going to be a push. So the weapons are critical, and they're critical now.
All right. Major Glenn Ignazio, thank you once again for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good to be with you. Take care.
Well, coming up.